Hey Kelly, you know what's coming up pretty soon?
Thanksgiving?
Yeah. But what are we doing on Thanksgiving Day?
Oh man, we need to fly, don't we?
Yeah, but we're going on a cruise.
Yes. This is the longest one we've done too.
Yep, this will be the longest cruise. 9-night cruise. Mm-hmm. What ship are we on?
Explorer of the Seas.
So yeah, we're going to be going to the Southern Caribbean. It is, let's see, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao.
And
not in that order.
No.
But we're going to ABC Islands.
And Haiti.
And Labadee, Haiti.
Yes.
So we're going to be on Royal Caribbean, which their private port is in Labadee, Haiti. We've been there before, but we've never been to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
No.
So that is going to be a good time. So what we wanted to talk to you guys about today, this is the pre-cruise episode to give you some information about what this cruise is going to look like, this 9-night Southern Caribbean cruise on the Explorer of the Seas. We're leaving on Thanksgiving Day, yes. 2019, to head out, so it's going to be cool. We'll get to more specifics there. But we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing on the cruise. We're going to give some tips and tricks and things to prepare for the cruise. And then we'll give you just a brief overview of what we're going to be doing on the cruise, and then hopefully you'll come along for our journey with us. And we are coming to you live from the schooner bar.
From our schooner bar.
Our schooner bar. So soon to be fully decorated, much more like a schooner bar. Right now we just have the old paddle in the corner. So
this paddle?
Yeah, don't grab my paddle. That's for later, baby.
Oh no.
All right, so let's talk about this cruise. So let's kind of try to go chronological order here, and let's start with the cruise itself, and then we'll talk about kind of our pre-trip stuff that we prepared ahead of time for the cruise. So once again, we're leaving. We actually are leaving from Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. This will be our first cruise that we have to fly to the port as opposed to drive. Just because we've moved up to the Atlanta, Georgia area recently. So we're flying into Miami, which we're going to be leaving out of Port Miami on the day after Thanksgiving, but we are flying on Thanksgiving Day. So Kelly, why are we flying on Thanksgiving Day, a day early?
Because you want to make sure you're there the day before your cruise leaves, because if there's delays, problems, baggage issues, you want to make sure you're there the day before. You don't have any problems going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you book a flight the day of, even though your cruise may not leave till 4 or 5 in the evening, man, if you get delayed or your flight gets canceled and you have to take a later flight, that could really put you in jeopardy to get there. So we like to go in the day early. Even if we drive to the port, we try to drive, if it's not like in the same city we're in, then we will typically drive in the day before, stay at a hotel. It's worth it, just so you don't have to stress out with all that travel and trying to get on the ship. So yeah, so we're gonna go in day early. The other benefit to flying on Thanksgiving Day as opposed to the day after Thanksgiving is quite a bit less expensive because people aren't traveling on Thanksgiving Day traditionally. And yeah, and it shouldn't be as crowded. So that's benefits to that too. We're gonna leave on Friday. Mm-hmm. Is that the 29th?
Yes.
Okay. And that's our embarkation day. And then the next day we will be at sea.
Yes.
And then so that's day 2. Mm-hmm. Day 3, we're at Labadee, Haiti.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so we have an excursion there in Labadee, Haiti. We'll talk about that one.
Is there an excursion? There's just a bed.
That's true. Yeah, not necessarily an excursion. We're just going to be laying at the beach. So we just rented one of the cabanas, I guess it is, to lay at the beach, and we're just going to relax. All right, so day 4 is at sea, right? And then day 5, we are going to be where?
That will be in, I can't say the name, Willemstad, Curacao.
Willemstad, yep. Okay, so Curacao will be our first stop. And then on day 6,
we will be at.
So we'll be in Bonaire.
Yeah.
And then we go to Aruba. So we're actually doing the CBAs. CBA
backwards.
Yep. So doing that backwards. Then after that, we have 2 days at sea on the way back, which I'm looking forward to. And then we'll be back into port. And then we fly back on the same day that we get back into port and then our trip will be over. But 9 nights, which is going to be awesome. So let's talk about just briefly. Why don't you tell them like what are we doing at each port? So we said that when we're at Labadee, Haiti, just laying out at the beach, just got a cabana. What are we doing at Curacao, Bonaire, and Aruba?
Curacao, we're still kind of up in the air about. We may actually go, when we get on the ship, book an excursion at that time, because we're kind of an adventurer, so we want to kind of go off the beaten path this time around. So we were trying to rent Jeeps for for A, B, and C islands.
Yeah, we want to try to do a little bit of the flavors of Curacao, get some food, get some drink, a little bit of the history and stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right, so what are we doing in Bonaire?
Bonaire, we are renting a Jeep. The interesting part with Bonaire is that you have to go to the corporate port once you get there to get the rental car, and hope that fingers toes are crossed that you can get the rental car. Mark suggested we could probably call ahead of time, but then you also have to run into the rates that you're going to get on your cell phone service. So we may call them the morning that we get there. Our rates are 25 cents per minute. So we may just do that just so we have a car rented. We already have the reservation. We just have to go pick it up. They just said they will not reserve it for us because this is a busy season. Yeah,
they won't save the car. So technically we don't have a reservation because they're not saving a car for us. During the busy seasons, we have to call and or just go and hope that they have a vehicle. So we got our fingers crossed that we're gonna get a vehicle. We're just gonna drive around Bonaire and we're gonna do a little research at a time and find some cool spots to stop on our own as opposed to being rushed. Yeah. So
there's a lot of great things to do in Bonaire.
Yeah, a lot of times on excursions they're like, oh, we'll take you here, we'll take you here, we'll take you here, and then you have like 15 minutes at each spot and you just don't have enough time to relax. So, and then when we are in Aruba, we also rented a car there, and we were able to actually reserve it. It's through Thrifty. Yeah. So we're going through Avis in Bonaire, and then we're going through Thrifty when we get to Aruba, and that one is already reserved for us. So we're gonna have a vehicle there to do the same thing, just drive around Aruba, look for some fun stuff to do, be a little more spontaneous as opposed to having something completely planned out, but we're gonna look for some cool areas to go check out.
And get lots of drone footage.
Yeah, so drone footage, got a new GoPro, so we're gonna try to get some footage from the vehicle while we're driving, and then we're gonna do some snorkeling and just different things. So we're not really quite sure what we're actually going to be doing whenever we get when we get to any of these ports, just because we're going to kind of just be adventurous and take off. So definitely watch the vlogs because it'll be kind of a surprise on what we end up doing, and we're just going to try to be fairly spontaneous.
We've done a lot of research though, so we have a lot of places that we want to go to, and like the salt lands and one of the I think it's Aruba or Bonaire that has the salt lands, and of course the flamingos will be there, so it makes everybody happy when you see the flamingos. And the turtles, there's a lot of turtles down in Bonaire and Aruba, so it's one thing we want to see as well. Yeah.
So the other thing we didn't talk about is the times that we're at the ports, because we're there longer than traditionally on a cruise. Traditionally on a cruise, you're there like 7 to 3 or 8 to 4 or 8 to 5, something like that. We're actually going to be at the ABC, all 3 of those ports, for a good amount of time, which is awesome. So in Curacao, we're there from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then in Bonaire, we're there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then in Aruba, we are...
I think that one is 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. That was a little bit earlier. 8
a.m. to 7 p.m. So still longer period of time than traditional, which is going to be nice. So then we'll be able to experience a lot more on those islands. That was another reason we chose to just rent a car, because we'll have a little more time to go around and do stuff. So that's what the cruise looks like there. Again, we're going to be on the Explorer of the Seas. We have been on the Adventure of the Seas with Royal Caribbean, which is the sister ship to the Explorer. Those are both Voyager class ships. And we absolutely loved Adventure of the Seas. It was our favorite ship. If you haven't watched that cruise vlog from 2018, definitely check it out, right up here. Go back and watch that because it was a lot of fun. Explorer of the Seas is its sister ship, very similar. and we're looking forward to being back on this mid-sized ship and enjoying ourselves on there as well. So a couple things that we are doing, things that we purchased ahead of time through Royal Caribbean for this cruise. So first thing that we should talk about is the Key program.
Yeah.
So something new from Royal Caribbean where, let's see, the benefits of the Key program, you get expedited, get on the ship quicker.
Yeah.
Right?
Embarkation, disembarkation. And then also when you're going to the port, going to the ABC Islands, Haiti Islands, you get priority on getting off the boat at first as well too. Yep.
So priority on off the ship. Then you also get, as part of the Key program, including that price, is a Wi-Fi package. So we will have Wi-Fi on the ship, which is good. The other part of it too is on embarkation day, you get to have lunch at Chops Grill. So when we get on the ship, and we get that priority boarding, so we'll be on the ship first, we get to go to Chops Grill, be able to have a nice lunch there, and that's going to be kind of cool. And they do other special events throughout the cruise for the Key passengers. So it's supposed to be like some special cocktail hours and things like that. So we're looking forward to it, and hopefully there'll be some nice surprises that come along with that package. One of the really cool things, and this is kind of a tip for cruisers, new cruisers, maybe people just didn't know this, but we purchased the Key program. Is that we originally paid $179.91 with taxes per person for the Key program. There again, Wi-Fi, the lunch that's included at Chops Grill.
The priority embarkation, disembarkation.
Yeah, all that priority stuff, which is good. But the other part so the tip is, keep an eye on the prices of not only your cruise, but any additional packages that you purchase, like the beverage package, any excursions. Watch that as your cruise gets closer, because we called in a couple different times when things went on sale, and we actually were able to get money back from the price of our cruise, the Key program, and the beverage program. The three of those things dropped in price, and we were able to save some money. So that is a great tip if you're going to be going on a cruise. If you don't like to have to keep up with all that kind of stuff, go through a travel agent and book your cruise, because they will keep up with all of that for you, and then they should give you the money back as well. So it's just a nice benefit. All right, so what else did we go ahead and book ahead of time besides the Key program?
The beverage program, of course.
Gotta have our beverages.
Right.
So we went with the deluxe beverage package.
Yep.
And what all does that include?
Your alcohol, coffee, shakes, pretty much anything you can think of.
Soda. Bottles of water.
Bottles of water.
Yeah. So when doing the beverage package, we don't then order bottles of water for the room. So that's another tip. Otherwise, you're doubling up in water. All you need to do is go to any of the bars, and you can get a couple bottles of water with your drink package, and just take those bottles back to your stateroom, and you can stock up on those quite a bit.
Well, one thing we do too is that when we order a drink, we just ask for a bottle of water, and then we take it back to the room. And we do that every time. So.
Yeah, and you guys are hydrated. So that's another good thing. All right, so what else did we do besides the Key program and the beverage package?
We also did the 3-night dinner package.
We did. So you can book independent at the specialty dining on the Royal Caribbean ships. And different ships have different restaurants. Explorer of the Seas and Adventure of the Seas have Chops Grill, which is like a steakhouse, Giovanni's, which is an Italian restaurant. They have Azumi, which is a sushi restaurant, so good. Yeah. They also have Johnny Rockets, which is like a burger place. Yeah, so those restaurants are wonderful to check out, and you can book them independently, and they usually are around $35 per person. The chef's table. You can do chef's table at Chops Grill, and that is usually $50+ per person, because you get I think you get like a bottle of wine included, and then they cook right there for you. So that's kind of cool too. With this 3-night dining package, we get to choose our first night of dining where we want to eat, and then based on how full or how many reservations they get at the other restaurants, they will then book us for those other restaurants on nights where they're not super busy. It's just a way for the cruise line to make sure they're filling up their specialty dining restaurants. But they pass a good savings on to you, and I think it breaks down to be like $30 or just under $30 per person when you do the 3-night dining package. And we really like the specialty dining. I think it's worth a little extra money. Some people go on a cruise like, well, I've already paid all this money for the cruise, I just want the free food. That's fine, the free food's okay, but we love the specialty dining restaurants.
They do take great care of you when you're in there.
It's
the waiter staff.
Yeah, so
great
great food, amazing service, and they're fun and funny and very engaging, so we really enjoy doing that. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we have going for this cruise. So there again, we're gonna bring you a vlog with all of the adventures that we go on for this 9-night cruise to Southern Caribbean on the Explorer of the Seas. So we normally start making a list about 30 days before we go on a trip, the things that we want to take with us, things not to forget, how many outfits that we need or whatever. We haven't done that yet, so that's next on our agenda since we've just got a couple weeks out to get that ready to go and get that stuff packed up. We are going to go pretty minimalistic. We're still deciding if we want to do formal night and take extra dress clothes with us or not and save the room. We're going to go minimalistic on our camera equipment this time around as well, since we have to fly. That's just less we have to carry with us. So ultimately we're not going to overdo it, I don't think, with the packing, or at least that's the plan, not to overdo it. So, but we've already arranged, if you have pets, arrange for your pet sitting well in advance to make sure, especially if it's around the holiday, to make sure that you've got someone that is available to take care of them. So we're going to be taking our dog to a boarding facility, and we still need to find somebody to check in on the cats over those 9 days. So we still have to figure that part out, but we have somebody that's going to be bird sitting for us. So we appreciate that friend for doing that. And any other tips that pre-travel, pre-cruise tips that you recommend?
Well, and one thing that Mark had brought up that's a pretty good idea is to download the maps at those islands as well, because if for some reason you don't have your data or any Wi-Fi, at least you have those maps. If you're going off the beaten path like we are, you have that there as well.
So your Maps app on your phone will allow you to download the apps, and it typically will keep on your phone for 30 days. So before your trip, download the maps of the area that you're going to be in. That way you can access those offline, and you don't have to worry about using any data or anything like that if you don't have an international plan on your phones, which is a good tip as well. So that's good. Make sure that you do take a good shore bag, a backpack or something like that you can put things in and carry. And then if you're going to do some shopping, be able to put that stuff in your backpack. That way you're not just carrying extra bags around at the ports. That'll help you with security a little bit too. By the way, the three islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, they all accept U.S. currency, so you don't have to do any foreign currency exchange or anything. So that's easy and saves some money too at those ports. So
what are you excited about on this cruise?
To be honest, I'm really looking forward to a long cruise, which is nice. For me, a short cruise, it's hard to completely unwind. And I'm also looking forward to the 3 ports that we haven't been to yet. That's always fun to go to a new port and explore. And then I would say thirdly, I'm excited about having 2 sea days back to back.
Yeah.
So one sea day, like when you have one sea day and then a port, it just doesn't, and then another port or a sea day individually. It just seems like you just find things to do and you stay really busy on the sea day. 2 sea days back to back will allow us to really do a lot of exploring on the one sea day or whatever. And then the second sea day, I'm looking to just kind of relax and do nothing as we're heading back to Miami.
Hopefully we don't come back as lobsters.
Yeah, hopefully not. So Kelly, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to relaxing, enjoying the time with my family.
I'm really short.
You are. You're really short.
Shut up.
You're gonna get me a drink?
No.
Oh man.
So Max, what are you looking forward to?
Getting away.
Just getting away from life or from
everything?
From us?
I'm home too much.
That is true. I know.
All right. Well, I think that we'll draw the video to a close here. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully, we gave you some good tips and a good prep for our upcoming cruise. Hopefully, you guys follow the cruise and enjoy it. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you get notified whenever we do have a new video coming out, so you can see the cruise videos as they pop out. We will get those up as quickly as possible when we get back from the cruise. Yeah, and we're also, I think, really looking forward to meeting the people that are in the Explorer of the Seas Facebook group.
Yes.
I think that's going to be kind of cool as well. So if you're one of those, hey, subscribe to the channel, and you know, maybe you'll be on the video too. We'll have to see. So, all right, well, I think we will see you guys next when we're on the ship. So until next time.
We'll see you around the world.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Cheese. It's perfect timing. I know. Nah.
Come here, bud.
Nah.
Stick with us. This time around, we haven't done that.
Cheese. You're in the bathroom.
Struggles of cats in your life.
Oh, he knocked his head on the door.
Oh.
That's what he gets.